I am 29 male, have always believed that family should come first. That's what my parents drilled into my head since I was a kid. Blood is thicker than water, right? But what happens when that same blood turns toxic? What happens when someone who's supposed to love and support you does everything in their power to ruin the happiest day of your life? That someone was my sister, 26F. And let me tell you, this isn't just about sibling rivalry. It's about entitlement, betrayal, and the moment I realized that sometimes cutting family off is the only way to save yourself. It all started with my wedding. My fiancée, 27F, and I had been planning this day for over a year. Everything was set. The venue, the guest list, the flowers. The most important part? My fiancée's wedding dress. It wasn't just any dress. It was a custom-made gown, something she had dreamed of since she was a teenager. She poured her heart into choosing every little detail. And when she finally put it on at the final fitting, she cried. That dress wasn't just fabric. It was a symbol of everything we'd been through together. And my sister stole it. I know how insane that sounds. How does someone steal a wedding dress? Well, let's backtrack a little. My sister has always had this thing where she needs to be the center of attention. Every birthday party, every family gathering, she had to be the loudest, the funniest, the most important person in the room. She thrived on drama. And when I got engaged, she acted excited. But I should have seen the warning signs. The little digs. The backhanded compliments. Oh, your fiancé's dress is nice, but wouldn't lace look better? Are you sure about that venue? It's a little basic. Wow. You guys are really spending that much on a wedding? I mean, I guess if you have to. I brushed it off because that's just how she was. But as the wedding got closer, her attitude changed. It was like she couldn't stand the fact that, for once, it wasn't about her. I later found out she had told our mom that she deserved a big wedding before me, because she was the younger sibling and it's only fair. I laughed when my mom told me that, because how do you even respond to that level of delusion? But then, just 2 weeks before the wedding, the dress went missing. My fiancé had stored it at my parents' house because it was closer to the venue. We went to pick it up for some final alterations, and it was gone. Not misplaced, not accidentally taken. Gone. My mom freaked out. My dad started tearing the house apart. And my sister? She just sat there, watching us scramble, with this weird look on her face. That was when I knew. I turned to my sister, my stomach already twisting into knots. No way. I wanted to be wrong. I wanted this to be some kind of mistake. You wouldn't? My voice was quiet, but the rage bubbling inside me made my hands shake. She tilted her head, blinking at me innocently. Wouldn't what? My fiancée was standing next to me, frozen. I could feel her panic radiating off her. That dress was everything to her, and now it was just gone. I swear to God, if you took that dress. She scoffed, crossing her arms. Oh, come on. You really think I would do something like that? My mom gasped. You did take it, didn't you? And that's when she smirked. I will never forget that moment. It was pure, unfiltered malice. She was enjoying this. She wanted to see us suffer. What the hell did you do with it? I demanded. She shrugged. I borrowed it. Borrowed it? My fiancée made a strangled noise beside me, like she was about to burst into tears. I was seeing red. Where is it? Oh, calm down, she said, rolling her eyes. I just thought it was too pretty to waste on her. She jerked her chin at my fiancé. So I decided to wear it for my wedding. Silence. I swear. Time stopped. My what? I finally choked out. My wedding, she repeated, as if I were the idiot here. You guys don't own that weekend. I've been seeing this guy for a while, and we decided to just go for it. Eloping is so boring, so I figured, why not just have a little ceremony? Mom and Dad's backyard is perfect, and you plan a wedding, I said, barely able to process what I was hearing, on my wedding day. Using my fiancée's dress. She shrugged again, as if it were the most logical thing in the world. I didn't plan it, it just kind of happened. And I needed a dress, obviously. Custom gowns take forever, and hers was just sitting there. My fiancée let out a soft, broken sound. I turned to her, and I could see the devastation on her face. I think that's what snapped me out of my shock. You're giving it back, I said. Right? Now. She pouted. I can't. A new wave of dread hit me. Why not? She smiled sweetly. Because it's ruined, my fiancé gasped. What? I roared. She had the audacity to laugh. Relax. It was an accident. A little red wine, a little mud, a little... I lunged. My dad had to physically step between us to stop me from doing something I'd regret. My mom looked horrified. My fiancé was crying. And my sister just stood there, smiling like she had won. That was the moment I decided I was done playing nice. I took a deep breath, forcing myself to think past the rage. My sister had spent her entire life getting away with things because my parents always bailed her out. Not this time. You think this is funny? I asked, voice dangerously calm. She shrugged. You're overreacting. It's just a dress. Just a dress. The dress my fiancée had dreamed of since she was a kid. The dress she had worked overtime to help pay for. The dress that symbolized everything our wedding meant to us. Something in me snapped. I'm pressing charges. For the first time, my sister's smirk faltered. What? You stole the dress. That's theft. I pulled out my phone. And since it was custom-made, that dress wasn't cheap. That means felony grand larceny. My mom gasped. Wait, let's not. No, I cut her off. She stole it. She ruined it. She knew exactly what she was doing. She doesn't get to walk away from this. My sister's face twisted in disbelief. You wouldn't... Watch me? Then I dialed the police. The fallout. My sister was arrested. Not immediately. There was an investigation first. The police took my fiancé's statements, looked at the text my sister had sent mocking her, and even saw the remains of the ruined dress, which was beyond salvageable. My parents begged me to drop it. They told me she was family. They told me she was just jealous and didn't mean any real harm. I told them she knew exactly what she was doing. The case took a few months, but in the end, she was convicted of grand larceny and ordered to pay restitution. She also got probation, which meant no more free rides, no more coddling, and no more acting like she was untouchable. And the wedding? We got a new dress, a better one. The boutique, after hearing our story, rushed an order at no extra cost. My fiancée looked even more stunning than before. As for my sister, she was banned from the wedding. My parents begged me to let her come, saying she had learned her lesson. I laughed. Not a chance. We had the perfect day without her. The aftermath. My relationship with my parents is strained, but I don't regret a thing. My sister still plays the victim, but no one buys it anymore. Actions have consequences. And sometimes, revenge is very sweet. If you enjoyed this story of entitlement meeting consequences, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, a random family member might just steal your wedding dress.